Here, let's is this on my jacket? Let's get this underneath the jacket. The wires underneath if we can.
Whenever you get all set there, Pastor, let's do a sound check.
Okay. Okay. Good.
Let me tuck this in the cover here.
Good to go?
He said, go ahead.
Okay. We're good? Cool. Appreciate you doing this. Wonderful. Okay. You're not getting audio? We can synchronize the audio later, probably. Testing 1, 2, testing. Testing 1, 2. Can you hear anything? I think it's on. It's on green. Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2, testing. Looks like it's doing it. Testing 1, 2, testing. Is that too high? Testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2, testing 1, 2. This is. Sometimes I speak a little louder than this, but.
It just doesn't sound super clean.
Oh, okay.
See how the levels are way up there?
Is it clipping?
That's a lot better.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
Let's try it.
Okay, good. We're ready to go? All right, let's do it. Thank you all for your patience. I think we're ready to go now. Hopefully you have a little bit of a chance right now to practice using your cell phones. Let's begin with a word of prayer. Heavenly Father God, we're so thankful to be here today. We're thankful because you have brought us here. You have given us a desire to be used by you to reach out to precious souls in our areas and around the world. We pray, Father, that you will teach us both in our hearts and our minds, how we can effectively reach out to those who you have given us to reach out to. We know that only you can do it. We pray that you'll work in us both to will and to do it. Please, Heavenly Father, help us to understand what we're going to learn this afternoon and be able to use it as effectively and efficiently as possible, we pray. We thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. So we're here, just in case you were wondering why we're here, to talk about digital evangelism. How can you be an active, practical evangelist right now without knocking on doors? I don't know about you, but I don't like knocking on doors. And especially with COVID around, I don't think people like you knocking on their doors. At least not right now. Maybe later it'll get better. And you know, my friends, I don't believe that this is the only pandemic we're going to have. I believe that we're going to be having more of these, and they're going to be getting more powerful and worse. And so this method of reaching people on their cell phones is the safest and in some ways the most powerful way that we can reach people's hearts right in their own homes from your own home. And so that's what we're going to talk about today. At Adventist World Radio, our motto is from broadcast to baptism. From broadcast to baptism. The broadcast refers to the content, the material that we share with the world. And the baptism is the fruit of the connection we make with people who we're sharing that content with. And it's the same way with you and me. We have content, the Word of God, God's work in our own lives. We have content that we want to share with people, but we have to be able to make that connection. In order to make that connection, three things have to happen. First, we have to find people who are willing to listen. Secondly, we have to be able to hear them. And thirdly, we need to be able to respond to them very easily, very practically, quickly, in a way that can develop a long-term friendship with them. So how do we do that? How do we find them? How do we hear them? How do we respond to them? One way that we could do it that's very powerful are online requests. People around the world are hurting. They have prayer requests. They would love for you to pray for them. They have Bible questions that they would love for you to answer for them. And don't worry, you don't have to be an expert to do it. That's the wonderful thing about digital evangelism on your cell phone. They can text you a question that you have no idea how to answer. And you just take your time, study it. We have a built-in knowledge base inside the app that'll help you with that. Study the question, talk to your pastor, do whatever it takes to understand the question and the answer, and then just text them back. It may take you a couple hours to respond to their text, but that's fine. That's how texting works. You don't respond necessarily right away to their texts. So these requests come in, and then you can get these requests, and you can answer them. This is called meeting people where they are. There are over 4 billion smartphones on this planet. Each one of these is a powerful two-way radio, a opportunity. Each one of these is an opportunity to reach the heart and mind of someone for Jesus. And these people often spend 3 to 6 hours per day on their cell phones. If you're going to reach people where they are, you're going to have to reach them on their cell phones, at least, among other places as well. One researcher that studies social media has said that the relative anonymity of internet communication may allow individuals to take greater risks in making disclosures to their internet friends than they would with someone they met in a more traditional setting. Under the protective cloak of anonymity, users can express the way they truly feel and think. Now think about this for a second here. What this is telling us is that people are more free to express themselves to you over the internet. Even more free than they are on a telephone call. More free than they are on a video chat. More free than they are in person. They are willing to share with you more openly because of the anonymity that the internet provides them. Another researcher puts it this way. If individuals do share more intimate confidence and do so earlier in a potential internet relationship than a potential real-life one, internet relationships should develop intimacy and should closeness more quickly than those of offline relationships. In other words, my friends, God is telling us that here is an unprecedented opportunity to make friendships for Jesus. This is called friendship evangelism, making friends on the internet for Jesus. And the research is telling us that this is a powerful way to do that. And you know what's even more wonderful about this is that this is Christ's method, right? Christ's method will give true success in reaching the people. The Savior mingled with men as one who desired their good. He showed his sympathy for them, ministered to their needs, and won their confidence. And then he bade them follow me. And that's exactly what we are doing. We are receiving these prayer requests, these Bible questions, and these Bible study requests, and we are ministering to them. We are showing our sympathy to them. We are mingling with them. We are winning their confidence. We are becoming friends, and then we are leading them to Jesus. That's what friendship evangelism, that's what digital evangelism is all about. So, that all sounds great. Perfect. Let's do it. The problem comes, how do we find these requests, these prayer requests, and these Bible questions, and these Bible study requests? How can you, individual members of the church who want to become involved, how can you find these requests? How can you manage the number and type of requests that you get? You may feel comfortable handling prayer requests, but not Bible questions. Or you may want to do Bible questions, but not prayer requests. And you might want not to get too many. You might want to start off with just 2 or 3. And then build up as you feel more comfortable. How can you control how many and what type of requests you get? How can you chat directly with the people, even if they're on WhatsApp or Telegram or Viber or Signal or some other account that you don't even have? How can you remember to follow up with them so not one precious soul falls through the cracks? How can you keep track of your prayer requests? Every person that you come in contact with should be a prayer request, and they might have multiple prayer requests. You might pray for them in general. You might pray for their prayer requests. One of them might say, hey, my daughter is in the hospital. She's having a surgical procedure. Can you pray for her? You want to make sure that you keep track of all these prayer requests and you don't let one slip through the cracks. And then, how can you answer these difficult Bible questions to them? If they have a question that they come to you and you don't know the answer to, how can you answer their question? So these are some of the problems that we're faced with. And my friends, the good news is we have an answer for you. The answer is the Adventist World Radio Digital Missionary app. This app is a chat application for evangelism. It's WhatsApp for evangelism. It's SMS for evangelism. It's Telegram for evangelism. It's built from the ground up to be an evangelistic tool that has chat built into it integrally, and not just chat, but all kinds of other really powerful tools. So let me just tell you very quickly about 3 levels of cell phone evangelism, how they work, and then we're going to actually do it. I hope you brought your smartphones with you, because we're going to actually register you as digital evangelists. Now remember, you get to control how many requests of each type you get. So you're not going to get flooded with requests, and you're going to be able to make sure that you get exactly what you want. So there's 3 levels of digital evangelism. The first level is prayer requests and Bible questions. Okay? That's the easiest to learn. That's the easiest to do. And then the second level is individual Bible studies. You'll actually do a series of Bible studies with them on their cell phones. That's level 2. Just a little bit harder, but not very hard at all. In fact, we have a chat bot that does most of the work for you. It sends the lessons out automatically, lets them schedule them. It does all that for you. And then the third level is where you do a complete evangelistic campaign on the cell phone. That one gets a little bit more challenging. That one takes a little bit more training, and you can worry about that later. We're going to talk about levels 1 and 2 today. By the time we're done today, you will be a level 2 digital evangelist, if you're willing. So let's talk about these levels a little bit more. What is level 1 digital evangelism? It is simply receiving prayer requests and Bible questions from hurting people in order to minister to them and develop a friendship with them that will lead to Jesus. So you're just making friends with people by praying for them, praying with them, answering any Bible questions that they might have. That's level 1. This is how it works. The person makes the request, and that prayer request or Bible question goes to the app. The app will then automatically assign it to a digital missionary. That's you. And it will assign it to you based on a number of factors: language, location, other factors that are part of the equation. You can choose what requests you get and where you get them from. For example, you might only want to receive requests in Portuguese. That's fine. You may only want to receive requests in English. Well, that's the default. You may only want to receive requests from Africa. Or you may only want to get requests from the United States. Or you may want to get requests from Africa and the United States and Little Rock. You can choose where you get your requests from. Once the app gets the request, it will then allocate that request to a digital missionary randomly. Unless, of course, they submitted the request with your code, which we'll tell you how that works in a minute. If they send a random request, then that will get assigned randomly to a digital missionary. Any one of you could receive any request from anywhere in the world as long as it met your criteria. By default, you will get English requests from anywhere in the world. So somebody in Scandinavia has a Bible question, they submit it online, you might get it automatically. Once the app has assigned the request to you, then it will open a chat channel to that person. Now you can chat with them directly. They say, hey, please pray for me. You say, hey, I'm praying for you. That fast, that easy. And we're going to show you how that works. Level 2 digital evangelism is simply sharing audio and video lessons directly to individual people on their cell phone while developing a friendship with them. So level 2 is about sharing a series of Bible lessons on their cell phone and still asking them if they have any Bible questions, still asking them if they have any prayer requests. So level 2 is level 1 and level 2 together, right? It's a little bit more advanced. This is how it works. The person requests a Bible study using a code, a hello code it's called. Every one of you as digital missionaries will get your own hello code. It's just for you. It'll be something like hello 1234. So your code might be hello 1234, your code might be 2456, your code might be 1295, whatever. Everybody has a code. And the word hello tells you the language. So if you're doing Portuguese, then you might have hola 1234. And as soon as they send that code to the chatbot, which I'll show you how to do, then it will start talking to them in Portuguese or Romania or Ukrainian or Russian or whatever, based on what code they typed in. It'll start talking to them in that language. So they send this code to the Awr Chat Bot, which I'll tell you all about. The chat bot, by the way, is simply an automated way to talk to people. It's simply a computer that we have back at Adventist World Radio at the General Conference, and when a request comes in, it responds and it sets up the connection. And then you get into the connection and you become the human contact for that person. So when it goes to the chatbot, then the chatbot will automatically send them the first lesson immediately. And we're going to all do that today as part of the training. Today for the training, you are going to be your own teacher. You are going to be your own student. So you get to see both sides of how it works. You get to see the digital missionary side, and you get to see the student side of how that works. So as soon as they send that hello code to the chatbot, they get their first lesson. And then every week, they will get invited to get their next lesson. And they just type the word next, and they get their next lesson. Automatically. You don't have to worry about sending out the Bible studies. They're sent out for you. The right lesson to the right person at the right time. You don't have to worry about that. Your responsibility is to make the friendship, not to worry about all the hard part about sending lessons to the right people and everything. But the chatbot does more than just send the first lesson. It also sends the request to the app where it is assigned to a digital missionary, one of you, and then the chat channel is automatically opened. You are notified that this person has registered for this particular series. They are on lesson 1, and you'll even get a link that you can tap on that you can listen to the lesson yourself to see what it's all about. And then you can say to them, hey, I noticed that you registered for Revelation of Hope, and I see that you got the first lesson on whatever, and I just want you to know that I am your contact. If you have any questions or problems or prayer requests, I would just like you to share them with me. My name is Mike, and I will be happy to help you out in any way I can. That's all you do. And then they may send you a thank you, or they may send you a prayer request, or they might have a Bible question for you. Every couple of weeks, you will send them another chat saying, hey, how's it going? Do you have any questions? Do you have any prayer requests for me? You want to draw them out to get them to give you a prayer request, Bible question, to make a friendship with them. Okay? So what is level 3 digital evangelism? Conducting a full evangelistic campaign with a large group of people right on their cell phones while developing a friendship with them. So this is more of a traditional type of Bible study campaign, an evangelistic series. You bring them to your church every week at a certain time, at a certain date. You give them a message, and then you answer questions and that kind of thing. A regular evangelistic series, except instead of having them come to your church, you send the lessons out to them once a week on a schedule. Okay, that's level 3 digital evangelism. Looks like this. The person says, hey, I want to join your campaign. That information goes to the app, and of course this is your campaign, so it automatically assigns it to you because you're the one that signed up for this particular campaign. It opens up the chat for you, and so you can automatically say, hey, I see that you signed up for the campaign that's starting in 2 weeks. I'm so glad that you're part of this campaign. I'm here to help you if you have any prayer requests or Bible questions. My name is Mike. I'll be happy to help you. And you can start chatting with them even before the campaign begins. Then when the campaign begins, you send them out Bible studies, either automatically on the chatbot or manually yourself. You can send whatever Bible studies you want. You send them to them each week at the specified time, and you work with them as a regular traditional evangelistic series. So that's level 3. Takes a little bit more work, a little bit more training. Today, like I said, we're just going to be doing levels 1 and 2 for the training. So we have created some evangelism tools for you, namely the app. And the app is on iOS, so your Apple iPhones. Anybody here have an iPhone? Raise your hand if you have an iPhone. Okay, good, good, good. And it'll also work on that thing called an Android phone. Anybody here have an Android phone? Oh, come on, you guys. We need more support for the Androids. All right, good. Yeah, I've got Android. If you ever have any problems with the iPhone, just go to a real phone, Android. All right, never mind. No, they're both wonderful. We also have the app on the desktop. You can go to dm.awr.org and you'll get the entire app right there in your browser on your desktop. So you have your keyboard and you have your big monitor and you can do everything from the app right there from your desktop computer or your laptop computer or whatever. You have all the options. And you can do both. You can have it on your phone. You can get notified of a new request coming in. Oh, I got a new request, look at that. And then you can go home and you can type in your reply or whatever. You can do both at the same time. So we have this very powerful app that's designed to help you to be an effective and efficient digital missionary. The one thing nice, well, there's lots of things nice, but one of the things nice about the digital missionary app is that it automatically talks to the other chat platforms for you. You may not have a WhatsApp account, but that's okay. We'll do that for you. You may not have Telegram and Viber and Signal and Facebook and email and SMS. You may not have accounts on all those different platforms, but that's okay. You don't need any. We have all those accounts, and you'll use ours. So you don't have to have any of those. And the app, the digital missionary app, talks to all of them from within the app. So as a digital missionary, you'll be typing your chat message in the app, either on your phone or on your desktop, and it'll go to WhatsApp, or it'll go to Facebook Messenger, or it'll go to Signal, or Viber, or Telegram. You don't even have to worry about where it's going from. They will stay on the chat platform of their choice. They will chat with you like the regular chat on their platform, but you'll see it in the app, and you'll be able to respond from within the app without having to change. So it's very powerful. It works with all these different chat platforms, these major chat platforms. So again, the app is easy to use, has mobile and web for desktops. It chats with most major chat platforms. And the third thing that it does is it automatically sends out Bible studies for you. So you don't have to worry about getting the right lesson to the right person at the right time. It used to be in the past that we would have like 10 people, and they would all sign up at different times. And so this person would be on lesson 1, that person would be on lesson 3, that one would be on lesson 5, and we would accidentally send lesson 1 when they were supposed to get lesson 2, or we would send lesson 2 when they were supposed to get lesson 1, and it was really difficult to keep track of. You had to have an engineer's mind to really do it well. And I know that everybody doesn't have an engineer's mind, and you should be thankful for that. But right now, you don't have to worry about that. We do it all for you. We send out the lessons automatically for you using the Adventist World Radio Chat Bot. Also, like I said, you have full control over all of the requests you get, the number of requests you get, and the type. So you may say, I want only 10 prayer requests for right now, and only 5 Bible questions, and no Bible studies. Or maybe 1 Bible study. I'll be brave and do 1 Bible study. You get to choose exactly how many you get. And you start low. You want to start low. All right? 10 prayer requests is going to keep you busy for a while. Remember, you're not just there praying for them once and you're done. You're trying to make a friendship that lasts for eternity. So 10 people is a lot of people. If it gets too much for you, lower your limit. But if, as I suspect will happen, you say, wow, this is incredible. I want more. I want to connect to more people. I want to be able to pray for them. I want to be able to answer their Bible questions. Then whenever you're ready, whenever you feel comfortable, you just increase your limit however you wish. You get complete control over that. Also, the app has the ability to work together as teams. So, for example, the Little Rock Church could form a team where all of your digital missionaries, all of you members as digital missionaries will be on that team. And your pastor might be your leader, or your teacher, you might have a teacher that will be your leader, or a head elder, or somebody, one or more leaders in the church would be the leader of your team, and then they would help mentor you, they would help organize, they would chat. You guys could all chat together on the app. You could pray together on the app. You can strategize together on the app. It's just a great tool for teamwork right there. And then it also has some really nice statistics to show how many requests you're getting in your team, how many communications are being sent out, and how many chats are coming in. All these different types of statistics that help you to see how you're doing as a team. The app has a built-in knowledge base. So if you ever get a question that you don't know the answer to, don't worry. Mark Finley's book, Studying Together, is inside this knowledge base. The Bible readings for the home is inside this knowledge base. So in this knowledge base, you have a powerful database that you can search to find answers to hard Bible questions. Somebody may ask you a question about Isaiah 12:1 or whatever and say, hey, what's all this about? And you say, Isaiah 12:1, what's that about? Well, just go to the knowledge base. Look it up. There's a whole place there for difficult Bible passages that help you to understand what the problem is and how to respond to it. The knowledge base is there to help you to be able to answer the questions. And if it's not enough, you can just go to your pastor and say, hey, I've got this request, a Bible question. I need some help. And the pastor will be more than glad to help you out. The knowledge base also has Bible promises that you can share with your prayer request people. They share with you a prayer request, they want health. You can share with them a really powerful Bible promise about how God is willing and able to help them with their health. And that's all inside of the knowledge base. You don't have to remember this yourself. You can look it up and it'll be there. And then you can include something from the knowledge base directly into a chat if you want. You can say, hey, I want this promise to go to this person. And you can include it right in the chat and send it to them very easily. I'll show you how to do that. The app has an automatic prayer list and reminder system. I'm going to show you how that works, but it's very powerful. Whenever a request comes in, whether it's a prayer request or a Bible question or a Bible study, that person gets automatically added to your prayer list so that nobody falls through the cracks. The prayer list is fun to use. It's very powerful. You can organize it in different categories. You can have a Monday prayer list, a Tuesday prayer list, or whatever. You can have a family prayer list or a work prayer list or whatever. You can categorize it, organize it the way you want. It's very powerful. And it also has the app has the ability to remind you. Let's say that somebody comes in and they say, I have a prayer request. I'm taking an exam in 5 days, and I would like for you to pray for me. What are you going to do? You're going to pray for them. And what else are you going to do? You're going to tell them you prayed for them. Let them know that you care. And then what else are you going to do? You're going to put a reminder in the system 6 days from now, find out how his exam went. Tell him, hey, for these last 6 days, I've been praying for you. How did your exam go? Do you have any more prayer requests for me? You're developing a friendship that will last for eternity. It's not just a one-off thing. It's a continual series of interactions with this person. The app also makes it very easy to share your request page. As a digital missionary, each one of you will get your own personal request page. It's a landing page. It's a website. And you just share the link with your friends and family and neighbors and coworkers and whoever. You share this link with them. They go to that link, they send a request, and when they do send a request, that request goes directly to you because it's your landing page. Each one of you gets your own landing page that you can share with people. And then we have a generic one too. So you can send them to the generic one. If they submit requests on the generic landing page, then it will randomly go to some digital missionary somewhere, but not necessarily you. Also, the app supports more new languages very easily. If you have a desire to do this app in a language that's not already supported, and we support about 6 or 7 right now, Afrikaans, English, French, Hindi, Portuguese, Russian, Spanish, and Ukrainian. I know there's some Romanians in this church. If you want to use this app in Romanian, you can do that very easily, and I can help you with that. But you don't even have to. If you are Romanian and you speak English, you're all set. Right? You use the app in English, and then you can still receive requests in Romanian. You can receive requests in any language in the world. Even though the app only really talks to you, as a user in 7 or 8 languages right now, you can receive requests from people all over the world in any language right now, without any difference. Yes? No. If you get a request in Spanish, you need to reply in Spanish. If you don't know Spanish, then you have us transfer that request to somebody else who does. Yeah, right now we don't have the ability to automatically translate. That would be cool, though, wouldn't it? Yes. Good question. Okay, so anyway, there's so much in this app. It's just a wonderful tool. I just want you to be aware of some of the major features. That's what that is all about. So now, let's just go through really quickly a day in the life of a digital missionary to see what how the app works, and then we're going to register. We're going to actually get hands-on into the app. We're going to download it. I hope you guys all have connection, or that you have connection to the Wi-Fi here in the church, because we're going to get the app and see how it works. So this is our generic request page, requests.awr.org. If they go here, they can request a prayer request, they can ask for a Bible study, or they can ask a Bible question. Each one of you will have your own page that looks like this as well. You get your personal one, you send that link to people, they submit the request, and then the request comes to you. So somebody did that. They submitted a prayer request, and it went to the app, and it got assigned to Joe Smith. And this is what Joe Smith sees on his phone. He sees a pop-up message on the top, just like any other notification, that says, hey, this is a guy named John. Please pray for my mother-in-law who's in the hospital. So all of a sudden now, you've got notified, just like you would any other chat app, that you have a new request. A guy named John is asking you to pray for him. You can click on that notification, and it'll take you directly into the app. This is the connect page of the app right here, and this is where all your interests will be listed, all your chats that you're having with people. And you notice the top one there, AWR Help. That chat is always there. It'll always be at the top. If you are having a problem, if you are having a problem with the app, or if you are having a problem with one of your interests, or if you are having a question you don't know how to answer, or if they want to get connected to a local church or something, if you have a question or a problem, you can simply click on AWR Help and go into the chat and chat with AWR Help. This goes to our Center for Digital Evangelism in the Philippines. We have wonderful people there who are manning this day in and day out, and they will help you out. Several times I've had to use it. I have a request that accidentally got to me, and it was in Hindi or something. And I said, hey, guys, I don't know Hindi. Can you transfer this request to somebody who knows Hindi? They said, done, and it was done. It was that easy. So they're always there to help you out. But anyway, Joe Smith sees that John is now a new person in his list of contacts, and there is one unread message. So he clicks on John, and he goes into the chat. He sees the original prayer request in green, please pray for my mother-in-law who's in the hospital, and then he immediately responds. He says, I will pray for you and your family. Thank you for giving me this prayer request. My name is Mike, and I'm happy to help you to pray for you. And then you might want to share a Bible promise. So you click on the little A symbol. You can't see it real well, but in the middle of the screen, right where it says enter your message, there's a little A symbol there. You click on that. It'll take you to the knowledge base. You go to the prayer section. You find a Bible promise. You can search for Bible promises. You can browse for them. You find one that you like. You click the attach button, and it sends them a Bible promise. That easy. Now, my friends, I want to just say something very quickly before we go on. I know that I am going very fast. I know that there is so much here you don't understand. And that's okay. Right now we're in overview phase. I'm just telling you what's possible. You don't have to remember any of it. I just want you to get an idea of what's available. After this, we're going to go into it in more depth and more detail, okay? And not only that, but we have a course on the app itself that teaches you how to use the app. So we've got ways to help you to learn how to use the app, even if you don't get it all here today. So we've gotten the request. We've told them we're going to pray for them. We've sent them a Bible promise. Are we done? No, because we want to follow up with him. He has a mother-in-law who's in the hospital. What are we going to do? We're going to pray, and we're going to remember to come back to him in a few days and say, hey, how's your mother-in-law doing? I'm praying for her. All right? How do we do that? Well, see those 3 dots up at the top? 3 vertical dots, upper right corner. That's the More menu. You click on that, and there is a Reminders item. You click on Reminders, you type in, ask about mother-in-law in the hospital, and then you choose a number of days. Let's say 5 days. Monday, whatever. Press the Add button. What you've done is you've added a reminder into the system. It's that easy. Now, 5 days from now, you're going to get a new chat, and it's going to be in John's chat. It's going to be blue, and it's going to say, hey, don't forget to ask him about his mother-in-law. Hopefully you've been praying for them, him and his mother-in-law, every day. And now you want to get back to him. You want to say, hey, I've been praying for you. How did things go? And he might say, well, she's doing a little bit better. She's still in the hospital. They're thinking that maybe she'll be there for another 3 or 4 days. So what do? You pray for them, and then what do? Add a reminder. 4 or 5 days from now, add a reminder. Say, hey, ask about mother-in-law again, right? You want to have at least one reminder for every single person that you're contacting with. Maybe it'll be 2 weeks down the road just to say, hey, do you have any more prayer requests or Bible questions for me? But you want to have at least one reminder in the system at all times so that you will not let anybody fall through the cracks. You want to remember to follow up with them and see how they're doing. So we go through all of our requests and our chats, and we follow up with them using the knowledge base and whatever. And then maybe at the end, we'll go to our profile page. This is what our profile page looks like. Here is where we can set how many interests we want. Notice the button at the top. It says Change Limits. And the 26 over 32. 26 means I have 26 requests right now, and I have room for 32. So that's what I have set up for my personal limits right now. It also shows your performance, your response time. In other words, when a request comes in, how long does it take you on average to respond to that request? Remember, the faster you respond to that request, the more they're going to like you. The more they're going to say, hey, this person is on the ball. This person's with me. If they have to wait for 20 hours before you respond to their request, they're probably not going to be real impressed. You should keep it down to a few minutes or an hour if you can. If you're at work and you just can't respond, then yeah, when you get home, you might want to do your response then, but try to keep that response time down. You also have your score on the app, depending on your response time, depending on how many successful requests you've handled and different kind of criteria, your score will go up or down. You can share a story. If you have a really cool interaction with somebody and you want to share it with Adventist World Radio, let us know what's happening in your ministry. Just press that button, type in your story, and we will get it. At the bottom, you see there's some achievements. As you work with the app, as you handle prayer requests and Bible questions and Bible studies, and as you take courses that are built into the app, you can earn badges, little achievements that say, hey, congratulations, you have done that next step. You've done that next step. You've done that next step. And if you scroll down, you can't see it here, but if you, actually scroll up to the bottom of that screen, there's a whole section where you can take courses. You can take a course on how to use the app. You can take a course on how to deal with people. You can take a course on how to handle prayer requests. You can take a course on how to answer Bible questions. And you can take a course on how to handle Bible studies. And there's another one we want to add, how to bring them to baptism. All these courses will be built right into the app so that you'll be able to use them. So here's how you set your request limits. You see there's 3 types of requests: prayer, question, and study. Beside each one is unassigned 0. What does that mean? It simply means that all the requests that have come into the system have currently been assigned to someone. There are no unassigned requests. That's a good thing. We don't want requests to come into the system and not be assigned to somebody. We want it to be assigned immediately. The only reason why it would not be assigned immediately is if it is in a language where we don't have enough digital missionaries, or your limits are too low and we need you to raise your limit 1 or 2 so you can get another person in there, right? So currently, we look in here, 0 unassigned. That's a good thing. That means that all the requests are being handled. Then you look over on the right, you see 3 of 6. That means that I currently have 3 requests, and I can handle up to 6 prayer requests. For questions, 0 of 6, I can handle 6, but I don't have any right now. That's what that means. I have 0 questions, and I can handle 6 of them. I'm telling them I can handle 6. And then the studies, 23 of 20. Don't worry about that. That's just a demo error. So the app also has a built-in prayer request ability. It's really powerful. Notice that beside each request, you have the person's name, and then you have the request. So during your prayer time in the morning or in the evening or both or whatever, you look at the name, you look at the request, and then you pray for that person right there and then. And when you're done praying for that person, you press the blue pray button on the right, and that blue pray button will turn green, and it will go to the bottom of the list. See, there's one down there already. It's green, and it's on the bottom of the list. Then you go to the next one at the top. You pray for that person. Press the blue button. It turns green. It goes to the bottom of the list. When your entire list is green buttons, you're done. So you can easily pray for half the list in the morning and then come back and pray for the rest of the list in the evening if you want to. And then each night, that resets so that you can pray for them again for the next day. So you easily know which prayer requests you have remembered that day. And you can also, like I said, categorize them in different categories. This is the mission page. Here at the top, it shows you unassigned requests. We already talked about that. 0, that's what we're hoping it will stay at for everybody. We want this number to be 0 because we want all the requests to be handled. Then you see your prayer list button, and then at the bottom, there's a share link button. This is how you share your personal request page with your friends and neighbors and other social media contacts. You just press that button. It will send them a link that will take them to your personal request page. And remember, when they submit a request on your page, that request comes to you. So you get to choose which requests come to you and which ones don't. Also, you can make business cards if you wish. And we have a website that helps you do that. cde.awr.org/CPE. CPE stands for Cell Phone Evangelism. You go to that web page, you put in your language, you put in the platform that you want to work on, WhatsApp or Telegram or whatever, and then you put in your hello code and press the generate button, and it generates a business card for you, a picture that you can send to the printer, and they will print that for you. Or you can take this picture and you can copy and paste it into Facebook and say, hey, check this out. And people will contact you. They'll send your hello code to your phone number or your chat application. So very easy. Matter of fact, we had one couple in Texas who said that they were going to put this on their billboard downtown. They have their own billboard. They're going to put their hello code with the WhatsApp, the Awr Chat Bot number on there. And whenever people come by, oh, hey, I'm going to see what happens if I chat that code to that number, see what happens, and they get Bible studies. So at this point, I just want to take a couple questions if you have any, and then we're going to move into the hands-on section of how to get started. Yes, questions? Yes, thank you for that. Privacy. You will share your first name or your pseudonym, but that's it. They don't know your telephone number. They don't know your WhatsApp number. They don't know your Facebook ID. They don't know anything about you except your first name, and that can be a pseudonym if you wish. The privacy of both you as a digital missionary and of the person making the request is completely held private by Adventist World Radio. You don't see it in the app, and you can't see it in the app. The only way that you can communicate with them is through the app. The only way that they can communicate with you is through the app. They don't know who you are, they don't know anything about you, and they won't. And that's why this ministry can be safe for younger people under the supervision of their parents. They can actually work with people, answer their prayer requests, answer their Bible questions with your help on their cell phones. And this can be a very powerful ministry even for younger people. Okay, excellent question. Thank you for that. And actually, I think I'm supposed to get there. Okay, good. Any other questions? Yes. You have to speak up. I can't hear you from the front, and I'm afraid to move because I got this video camera on me. I can't hear. Can somebody get her request and bring it to me? More than one number. Oh, will it support you with more than one language? Is that your question? Yes, absolutely. You can do Spanish, Portuguese, Russian, and Ukrainian all at the same time. Yeah, and your app language can be either of those, any of those. And your request language can be any of those, all at the same time. Yeah, absolutely. Like I said, there are 7 app languages. In other words, the language that the app talks to you. And there are hundreds of request languages. In other words, the language of the requests that are coming in. So let's say that your app language is English. The app that I've been showing you is in English, right? Everything, prayer list, my request limits, all that's in English. I can change it so it's Spanish. It'll show me all that information in Spanish. That's the app language. The request language is the language that the prayer request comes in, or the language that the Bible question comes in. That's the language you have to understand. The app language is the language that the app understands. And so, like I said, you can work with the app in English and then receive requests in Kiswahili or any language, Ethiopian or whatever other languages are out there. Yes, and as many languages as you want. If you want to do both Spanish and Portuguese, you can do that. If you want to do English and Romanian, you can do that very easily. Good question. What's that? How many? Oh, yeah, the response time is in minutes. Well, yeah, we like to keep it within 120 minutes if possible. But if you can't, obviously you can't. So you would just do the best you can. But hopefully you would get to them within 7 or 8 hours, one work day, definitely. Yes, another question.
Yeah, so if you take on too many and you reduce your number or your limit,
Okay.
what happens to those subscriptions?
Excellent question. If you take on too many requests and you're swamped and you reduce your limit, what will happen to your requests? Nothing. You're not going to lose requests that way. Once you get assigned a request, once you accept a request, you're stuck with it pretty much forever. Now, in extreme cases, if you ask us, we will transfer it to somebody else. But really, we want you to make a friendship. So that's a great question. What does that mean? That means you don't want to get too many. Start out with just a few and then increment up, because going back down is harder. Whenever you get a request, you get to accept or deny it. So you might get a Bible question that you just feel you're not, or it might be a counseling question, marital counseling, and you're a bachelor or something. You don't want anything to do with it, right? So you just press the deny button, and then that request will go to somebody else, and a new request will come in for you. So when each request comes in, you get to choose whether you want to keep it or send it to somebody else. And by the way, if you get a hard Bible question, don't just send it to somebody else. This is an opportunity for you to learn the Bible and to be better at understanding these things. So you say, oh, okay, I'm going to accept this and I'm going to learn this answer. You keep doing that, my friends, and in a short time, you're going to be a Bible expert. So I encourage you to do that. Yes, question? Once you accept the request, what? Oh, okay. Good question. Thank you. So let's say you get a request. Now, the question was this. When you get a request, is that request always active or can it go inactive? The answer is yes. You can either deactivate it manually or it can go inactive automatically if they do not respond to any of your messages within 3 months or something like that. So if you get a person where they're just not responding to you, and you've tried over and over again to get them to respond to you, and they don't, well, you can go into their profile and you can press the deactivate button, and then that will remove them from your contact list. But if at any time in the future they decide to get back with you, it'll come back in automatically, and you'll see their request. So if you want to clean up your list and get just the active ones, you can do that very easily, and then if they respond to you at some later date, it'll come back in. Good question. These are excellent questions. In the back, yes. Sue, can you help me? Get the request and get the question and bring it to me. Oh, I think I heard your question. Your question is about gender, about female, male requesters. Is that right? Yes. Okay. No, the app does not make any distinction right now about gender. We don't even know. We don't ask them that information, as you can imagine. Right? So as a male, you may get a request from a female, and then you can pass it on to your wife. Or vice versa. And if it becomes a problem, then you can ask AWR help to transfer it to somebody else. Okay? And of course, when the request first comes in, if you look at the request and say, hey, this is not a request that as a male I'm qualified to handle, you just deny it and it'll go to somebody else. All right? Good question. Yes? How do you know if you have accurately answered the question? Well, that's a very good question. Thank you for that. First of all, you've prayed hard about it. You've studied it well. You've trusted the Holy Spirit to give you an answer that is accurate and complete. And you may have even shared it with your pastor to make sure, right? But other than that, there's nothing you can do. Now, if you form a team here at Little Rock, for example, and the pastor is your leader, or the head elder is your leader, or a teacher or somebody is your leader, then they can see your answers. And they can give you hints and say, hey, you might want to share this verse. This is a great verse as well for this particular question. They can mentor you. Thank you. The leader can mentor you and help motivate you and also monitor your chat so that you can make sure that you're upholding the standards and beliefs of the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and also to help you to become a better person at answering these questions. Okay? Very good question. All right, I think that can't be the time. Egads. All right, let's go into it. Now, this is a little bit challenging in some cases because I'm up here and I can't really move a lot because of the video. And some of you might get stuck. So if you get stuck, just raise your hand, and I'm going to ask somebody who is not stuck to go help them. Okay? I know we have some 10-year-old kids here who can help anybody. Right? So if you are successful in doing the next step, but you see somebody near you that's not successful, just go over there and say, can I help you out? All right? Wear your mask if you feel comfortable with that, and if they feel comfortable with that, and help them go to the next step. I don't want to go so fast that we lose anybody, but I don't want to go so slow that we're here for the next 5 days. So let's have a compromise somewhere in the middle. All right, step one. Get out your smartphone, go to your app store. For iOS, I understand it's the iOS iTunes App Store. For Android, it's Google Play. Go to your app store and search for the two words, Digital Space Missionary. Digital Space Missionary. You'll see a little praying hands logo. Digital Space Missionary. It's in green here on the screen. You can't see the screen terribly well, but Digital Space Missionary. And if you have a problem, just go ahead and raise your hand at any time, and somebody nearby, please go and help them out. Please download and install that app on your phone. Shouldn't take long. Pastor, do we know the Wi-Fi password for the guest? Down here someplace. If you want to get on Wi-Fi, we can also do that for you. Help you get on Wi-Fi. Might be a little bit faster. Although you really don't need it for most things. Just for downloading, that's where your most of your bandwidth is going to come from. Digital Space Missionary. You should see little praying hands. Download, install the app. Messengers. Okay, there's the access point for Wi-Fi. What's that? No, it shouldn't take more than a few minutes. Should take about maybe 4 or 5 minutes at the most. I'll give you a little bit of time here. If your phone is slow, it might take a little bit longer. But if that's the case, then he can just watch along with you or watch along with somebody nearby you, and we can get that. You can get that taken care of later. None of this stuff that we're going to do has to be done here. If you can always do it yourself at home. Yes. Yes, yes. It's going to ask you if you want to allow notifications. Please say yes. Because then, if not, if you don't do that, how will you know when you get a new request? How will you know if you get a new chat? John is saying something to you. You want to know it. So please say allow requests. Excellent question. Thank you for that. It also might ask you for permission to use the microphone because it's got a built-in microphone that you can actually record audio messages. So please say yes to that as well. All right. If you have downloaded the app, show me your phone. All right. Show me your phones. Keep them up. If you have downloaded the app, show me your phones. Okay, most people looks like have. Good. All right. If you have not downloaded the app, if you're still waiting, raise your hand. If it's still downloading, raise your hand. A couple people, three. I'll give you a few more minutes. If you're stuck, you can't find it or it's not working at all, raise your hand. Wow, you guys are a good group. Okay, we have one person. Sue or somebody, can you help this guy out? All right, good, just a question. Okay, wonderful. All right, let's go on to the next step. If you're still downloading, don't worry, you'll be able to catch up. Step 2, on the bottom of the app, it says, have no account, ? Sign up in blue. See where the red arrow is pointing here? Everybody look at the screen. It says sign up. Don't press the green sign in button because you don't have a password yet. You press the sign up button, and then you can register as a digital missionary. Yes, enable notifications. What was that? Okay, so it should look like, it should ask you for your email address, right? When you press sign up, it'll ask you for your email address, and it'll ask you for your password twice. Please don't forget your password. You can reset it, but try to remember it if you can.
I was going to say that's a new password or the one you use for you?
No, this is a new password. Yes. It's not your email password, no. Put in your email address and then a password for this system. A new password. Or if you want to use your standard password, that's fine. Type it in twice just to make sure you remember it and that you got it in right. And then press the sign up button. As soon as you do that, it's going to send you an email to verify your email address. You should then go to your email application on your phone. Whatever application you normally use for email, go there and look for an email from Adventist World Radio to verify your email address. Open that email and click the link inside. And then you'll get a nice little "Your email has been verified" pop-up.
So we don't hit continue registration yet.
Say that again?
Okay.
Yep.
We do not hit continue registration yet.
No. Yeah, just walk with me, step through it with me. If you want to go ahead, it won't kill you, probably. But all right. If you have received the Adventist World Radio email message, please show me your phone. If you have received the email message, show me your phone. Okay, we have a small number of people that have it. Okay, some of you are still waiting. If you don't get it, you can press the resend email, but you can't get past this point until you have clicked on the link on that email that comes to you. Anybody having any problems? Raise your hand. Okay, it looks like we're doing fairly well. If you're still waiting for that email to come in, raise your hand. Anybody still waiting? Okay, we have some. You might want to press the resend email link if you haven't gotten it yet. Make sure you, excuse me, make sure you look in your junk folders, your spam folders. It might not come in your regular inbox. Okay, once you've done that, you can press the continue registration button, and now you need to put in your profile information. Put in your first name, your last name, your home church, your country, zip code, phone number. This is your private personal profile information. This will not be shared with anybody. Why do we ask for this information? It's because we may need to contact you to help you with something or to ask you something about you as a digital missionary, okay? This information will not be shared with anybody. It's in our private database, and it is not shared with anybody. It is simply there for us to contact you if we have to for some reason. And then, once you've put in your profile information, you put in your pastor's first name, your pastor's last name, your pastor's email address, and your pastor's phone number. And if you don't know that, just look it up online real quick, right? Go to Little Rock SDA, do the contact information there or whatever. Why do we ask you for the pastor's information? Because when we activate you as a digital missionary, we may check with your pastor to ask him if you are a Seventh-day Adventist in good standing. We want people who are going to represent the Seventh-day Adventist Church, and so we will vet you to make sure that you are the digital missionary that you need to be in order to be on the system. When you register, your pastor will get an email automatically asking him if he approves of you as a digital missionary for this particular ministry. And he can say yes or no right there, and then we can call him and we can work with him. Yes. Put in the name and email address and phone number of your home church pastor, the pastor that knows you. He's going to be your reference. So yes, definitely somebody that knows you. And if you don't know the pastor's phone number, put in the head elder or the teacher or the secretary of the church, somebody that can get the message to him. Okay, on this Your Pastor page, you see these three buttons, your campaigns, your languages, and your locations? Please do not press those buttons. You don't need to. Just leave them alone. Just go to the Continue button, and then you will get to the agreements. We have 2 agreements that we need you to look at. How many of you, show me your phone if you are at the agreement stage? Okay? A lot of people are still entering profile information, so I'm going to wait. Oh, look at that. Hey, can you put that on the front screen? There we go. Here is the pastor's email address and his phone number. Wow. Thank you, Pastor. You got a nice pastor, and it's helpful. Okay, you take a picture of it. Have you gotten an email? Where? Here's your email app right here, right? And you got an email from Adventist World Radio? That's not the email. No, that's messages. That's not email. So you need to go to your email, and you're using Gmail, is that right? And you should see here, you may have to go to your junk mail box or something, but it should be in your regular email. Okay, how are we doing? We're still filling out profile information. If you're done with profile, show me your phone. If you're done entering profile, show me your phone. All right, we have a few. We're still waiting a little bit longer to get your profile information in. Okay, good. A few more minutes. This is the hardest part of the whole thing, just putting your profile information in, so don't feel bad. This takes a few minutes. Remember, if you're stuck at all, just raise your hand, and we'll get somebody to help you. The pastor's back here being very helpful. Yes, question?
What if you would like to pray about it before you actually set a request limit and certain things like that, as to not get ahead of yourself or get ahead of God? What if you would like to pray, go to God, ask?
Oh, before you sign up as a digital? Oh, excellent question. So the question is this. What if you want to pray about it a little bit before you decide to be a digital missionary, and you don't really want to sign up or anything, register until you're ready? Let me just say this. I would recommend registering, like go through here with us, help you get through that, and then set all your limits to 0. Set your prayer limit to 0, your question limit to 0, your Bible study limit to 0. You won't get any requests. Yes, absolutely. That way you'll be ready. And anytime you're ready, you can set the requests a little higher and start getting requests. Thank you for that question. Excellent question. Now, by default, you get you're signed up for 10 prayer requests and 5 Bible questions by default. If that's too high, and it might be, feel free to go in at any time. We're going to be getting there. Feel free to go in and lower that right away. You might only want 2 prayer requests and 1 Bible question to start out with. All right, let's move on. If we can have the screen up here. After you're done with your profile, you will need to look at, very briefly, a couple of agreements. One is the data processing agreement. Can I have your attention, please? The data processing agreement. This simply says that you will keep any information that you get on the app, you will keep it private. And we will keep your information private. That's all it says. It says this is about private information. It is to be kept between you and the person that you're working with. And we will keep all of your information private. That's what that agreement's about. So you can scan through that very quickly and then go to the end. By the way, you can easily come back to these agreements and read them in detail. They're in the app. They're in the settings page. You can go back and look at them anytime you want to. But for right now, scan through them, go to the end, and press the I agree button. Then do the same thing with the acceptable use policy, the AUP. Now all this is just Adventist World Radio telling you what this app is supposed to be used for. Please do not use this app for anything except for what it's supposed to be used for. It is an evangelism tool. It is not a business tool. We're not trying to help you make more money. We're trying to help you become connected with people around the world who are hurting, who need Jesus. That's what the app is for. So that's all this agreement is about. Tells you what the app is for and what it's not for. So just scroll through it to the end, press the I agree button, and you'll be done with the legal part. And like I said, feel free to go back and read that in detail. It's very boilerplate. It's very standardized stuff. This is not anything, you can bet that I didn't make this up. It's the same stuff that you'll see on almost every privacy agreement in the world. But it's right there on the app in the settings page for later. Once you've done that, you should come up to your Set Up Your Request Limits page. When you are on this page, let me see your phone. Show me your phone. Good, 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 good. All right, excellent. Show me your phone when you're on this page. Okay, there's a couple people who are still working. Let me give you another minute or two to get to this page. And by the way, you guys aren't just training here today. You are trainers, if you want to be. Feel free to share this app with your friends and family, Adventists, of course. Feel free to tell them how to download it. Search for Digital Missionary. Feel free to walk them through the registration process. Tell them how it works. Feel free to teach them and work with them and get more digital missionaries out there working. My favorite type of training is when you train the trainers. All right, let's go on. So now I want you to go to the Set Up Your Limits button. I want you to press that button, Set Up Your Limits. And I want you to go to where it says Study, unassigned 0, 0 of 0. I want you to click on that line and set your study limit to 1. Set your study limit to 1. Why am I doing this? Because you are going to be your own student, your own teacher. You're going to sign up for a study, and you're going to get it as yourself. To practice. So I want you to see what the student will do, and I want you to see what will happen on the digital missionary side. So you're going to do both sides of that. So anybody having a problem with that, just click where it says Study, 0 of 0. Just click on that, and then change it to 1. Okay? When you're done with that, just say okay or whatever and go to the next page. Now, I want to do a quick tour of the app for you. The app has 4 pages. The first page you'll see is the mission page. The next page you'll see is the connect page. And by the way, they're all on the bottom here. If you look at the bottom of your app, you'll see these 4 things. Mission, connect, profile, and settings. You might also see teams, but that's something coming. The mission page is this first one. It shows you the number of unassigned requests. It shows you your prayer list. It shows you how to share your link with others. Yes, that's the mission page on the first thing there. Then the next page, and you can click on it on the bottom, is the connect page. This is where your list of all your contacts will be. Right now, you just have one contact, AWR Help. That contact will always be there. The third page is the profile page, where you can change your settings, look at your performance, share a story, look at your achievements, and take the courses that are built into the app. And the fourth page is the settings page. This is where you can set all your information about what kind of request you want, from what locations, and all that kind of thing, right here on the settings page. Okay, those are the 4 pages of the app. All right. Now, each one of you, as you register, you will receive a personal hello code. You will all get your own individually. To find this, I want you to go to the Connect page, this page right here, right, the second one over, and I want you to click on AWR Help. Go into the AWR Help chat on the Connect page. And when you go there, you will see a message in green that says Cell Phone Evangelism Teacher Contact Code, hello, and then a 4-digit number. I want you to write that number down somewhere, or put it on your phone somewhere. Send yourself an email with that code. The code is the full word, hello, with the 4 digits. That's your code. So it'll be exactly 9 letters long. 5 for the hello, and 4 for the number. Your code is 9 letters long. Hello, and then the number. Remember, hello also tells the chatbot what language to talk to you in. So you can theoretically get contact codes in other languages as well, although we're not going to do that right now. Okay, anybody not able to find your hello code in AWR Help? Anybody not able to find it? Everybody okay? You got your hello code? Okay. Okay, we're looking for it still. If you do not see that code in AWR Help, that might mean you didn't set your study to 1. So go back to settings and change your requests and make sure that you set study to 1. Study has to be 1 or greater before this code will show up. All right. If you have your hello code, show me your phones. Keep them up, keep them up, keep them up. Show me your phones if you have your hello code. All right? Good. Excellent. All right. Looks like we got most people ready to go. If you don't have your hello code and you want some help, just raise your hand. Pastor's back there. He's scanning for hands. All right. Good. Everybody's got that written down. Now, you're going to share this code with people, and you're going to share this phone number, +1 949 860 7007. That is the chatbot number, Adventist World Radio chatbot number. It'll work for both WhatsApp and SMS. So regular texting will work in the United States and Canada, and it'll also work for WhatsApp. Okay? Both platforms for that number. And then, of course, we have other contact methods for the other platforms. But what I want you to do is I want you to go to the texting app on your phone. What app do you normally use for texting? Regular texts. All right, go to your Messages app, or whatever it's called on your phone, and I want you to send your code, hello 1234. I want you to send the whole 9 letters. I want you to send it to this phone number. Okay? Yes? No. Use the one that came in on AWR Help. It'll be English for now. Yes. We can get you the Spanish one later. Yeah, use the hello one, the one that came in English. That's a good question. If your number is hello 1234, does that mean your Spanish number will be hola 1234? No, unfortunately not. Hola 1234 might belong to somebody else. So you might get hola 4567 or something. So it'd be a different number. Yes? Yep.
Is that where I enter it back in? Because you said go to the normal way where we would share, normally.
Yes. Oh, it's in blue. That's cool. Hello 4476. No, you have to go into your chat app.
Okay.
Your regular chat app. What app do you use for chatting?
I understand.
Yep.
Well, that's what I was just trying to do.
Yeah.
So
No, you can't put it in there.
This app?
Yes. Yes. Good question. You want to go out of your Digital Missionary app, and you want to go into your chat app. So go out of the Digital Missionary app. You don't want to text this to yourself. You want to text this to the chatbot. So you have to go to your regular texting program, Messages or iMessages or even WhatsApp or whatever you want to use. But you're going to have to text that code to that number.
Is it lowercase, uppercase?
Doesn't make any difference. When you do that, the chatbot is going to talk to you. It's going to give you a little menu. If you have received the menu, let me see your phones. If the chatbot is talking to you, okay, excellent. Good, there's some more. Excellent, okay, good. So it looks like most people have the chatbot talking to them. Let me see what you're getting real quick. me see your phone. Yes, you're getting a menu. Okay? If you enter number 1, you get a Bible study. Number 2 is a prayer request. Number 3 is a Bible question, I think. What I want you to do is I want you to enter the number 1. Enter the number 1 and then text it. And you should get a picture of AWR logo, and then you should get a description of the Bible study lessons. The chatbot should tell you a little bit about what's happening. This is what your student will see as well. They'll say, oh, cool, I can get audio messages on my phone each week. And then you get to opt in.
Okay, so you said send the number 1 as a text.
Yep, just text the number 1, the actual digit.
And then it says, what should I call you?
Yeah, oh, then it'll ask you for your first name. I'm sorry. Yes. Type in your first name or a pseudonym. It's up to you. Or nickname or something. And then it will tell you about the lessons and how they work. And it'll ask you if you want to subscribe, and I want you to text the word yes. When it asks you if you want to subscribe, text the word yes, Y-E-S, and then press the send button. Yes? What's that? Yeah, what you're doing is you're signing up for Bible studies, and your teacher is going to be yourself. So you're doing what other people would do, your students would do. You're doing the same process. Just text this hello code to this phone number. Look at the menu. Say 1 to get Bible studies. Yeah. You should get more coming. You should get some text as well. It's still coming.
I text my name and then I receive this back.
Okay, and look above it. Is there any text above it?
Yes, sir. It was Greg. What should I call you?
Okay, you put your name in. Okay, keep going. Go down. And you didn't get any text?
All I've received so far. AWR.
There you go. You got some more now.
So what about people who want to use a pseudonym?
That's fine.
When do they use that?
For the evangelist or for the...
When they register, do they need to register with a pseudonym?
Yeah, they can change it later if they want. So if you wanted to have a pseudonym for your digital missionary profile, you can either enter that when you register or you can change it later in the settings. It's very easy to change. You just go to Edit Profile and change your first name. I can show you how to do that if you need to. All right. How many of you have successfully signed up for your lessons? Show me your phone if you've signed up for your lessons. All right. Good, good. All right, excellent. Now your first lesson is coming. Within just a couple minutes, you should get your first lesson. You should see a picture, and you should then see a link to your first lesson. Anybody get their first lesson yet? Show me your phone if you've gotten your first lesson yet. Ah, you've got one. You've got one. I see it. Yeah, the picture and the link. Good. Good. All right. Excellent. You got one in the back there. All right. You're starting to get your lessons. All right. You got it. Great. Now, once you've received your first lesson, go back to the Digital Missionary app and go to the Connect page. And you should see your name there. You should see your first name that you entered when you got the lessons. Maybe pull down to refresh it. You should see your first name. If you don't, you typed in the hello code wrong. If you got the lesson, but you don't see it in the DM app, that means you typed in the hello code wrong. Probably. Yep. Oh, what? No, that's not right. Yeah. That's not the right hello code. That's 3 digits. You got the wrong person. So type it in again. What's your code? It should have 4 digits. That's not right. Go back to your app and go. Okay?
Sent me the,
Yeah, there's your link.
so there's my link.
Yeah.
So I click on the link.
And you can
Or
listen
do
to
I
it. Yeah.
Go back into.
Well, for right now, go to the Digital Missionary app. Let's go back to the Digital Missionary app.
So I just click out of this, go back to the
Yeah.
Missionary.
Yeah. And then go to the Connect page. Oh, yes, AWR 360.
I want to have to go.
There it is. Okay, now go back out of that. Go back out of that. And then swipe down to refresh that page. Let me see it real quick. Where's your chat app that you used to put that code in? Did you put the? Let's look at what code you sent in. What hello code? Hello 4474. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
That's the one, huh?
And so it gave me all the information. So
Yeah.
I put the code in, right?
Okay, let me check.
How do you find where the code is? Because I wrote it wrong on a piece of paper.
Oh, you need to go into AWR Help, and it's right there. Hello 4486. Okay.
I'm good.
You good? You got it?
Yeah,
Yeah, you got it. Okay. When you go back to the Digital Missionary app, are you seeing your first name? You're seeing yourself. You're your own student. You got it? No, for what? No, you need to be on Connect. You should see it right here. See it right there. Okay. Yeah, you go to the Connect page, and then you swipe down, and you should see it. It's not there. So go. Where's your texting app? Right there. Okay, you got the. Oh, you haven't texted yes yet. You need to text the word yes, and then it'll ask you for your first name. Anybody not seeing their name on their app? You guys okay? Yeah, okay. Anybody not seeing their name on the app? You're not seeing your name? Okay.
We didn't see him.
Oh, you texted that to yourself. You need to go to your texting app. Where's your texting app? Okay, you did that. All right. And then, now you need to enter 1 to get a Bible study. Okay, and then it'll ask you for your name. It's coming. Okay, now, okay. Oh, now it's going to, it's going to tell you about the Bible studies. And now you text the word yes. Okay, now you'll get your first Bible study, and then it'll show up on your app. You got yours? Yeah, that's your hello. Oh, you do get your. Oh, wonderful! You're all ready to go. Perfect. Got it? Question? Oh, you got your first lesson.
So
Do
it
you like
takes
it?
a while for it to come up?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
Oh, well, turn up the volume.
no, but I mean the little thing is still.
It's there.
Oh, there we go.
It's going. You just have to turn your volume. Yeah, it's good to listen to those. You'll see what your students are hearing. Okay. Yeah, you got your first request from yourself. You're going to accept it. That's good. All right. Go ahead and press accept. Yep, press accept. Yep.
Is this audio only, or do you not get
We have video, and we're working on other types of lessons as well, but mostly audio right now. It started out audio, and that's what we are Adventist World Radio, so. But we're doing audio. We do have video and stuff as well. Yes.
I emailed, and sent a text with my correct hello number. Was missing one.
Okay, I have changed that's good, yep.
Down there.
Now go to your Digital Missionary app. It's right there. Yeah. Go to Connect, and then swipe down to refresh. Huh.
What was the accept on that?
What's what?
After this, you're supposed to accept something?
You're taking a course.
Yeah, I already took it.
Okay. So
First lesson.
good. All right. And that's
No place to get out of there.
select 3 options.
Oh, that one, okay.
Yeah, it's asking you to select some options. Yeah.
Okay, I already set up all my information here.
Yes.
Master team,
Yep.
And I received this email.
Good.
But they say
Oh, no.
contact to this person.
Okay. Yeah, you got the wrong contact code here. You sent hello 1234. So you sent hello 1234, and you need to send the your specific code, which is hello 4464.
4464.
So send that on your texting app. Hello 4464 on your texting app. Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah. Boy, these are hard. I can't get through here. Yeah. You're there. You got your first student. It shows you which lesson it was, and you can even click on it and play it if you want. Yep, you're ready to go. Yeah.
So it says something about lessons at the bottom, 3 lessons, what is that?
Yeah, that's how you learn how to use the app.
Okay, so it's just for
You-
training right now?
Oh, you don't do it right now, no. Those are not the same thing as the lessons that the students get. Those are the digital missionary lessons for learning how to use the app. And there's a whole bunch of them there. If you swipe to the right, you'll see there's how to do prayer requests and how to deal with people, and those are for learning how to use the app and stuff. Yep. Good. I think everybody pretty much has their first name on their app now.
They say they changed my human contact.
Yeah, good.
For another.
Now you need to go back to the app, and you should, hopefully if all went well, you should refresh it and see yourself, but that's not showing up. I think
He hasn't gotten all this yet.
I'll have to check that out for you and see what's going on there. Yes, that's the same thing he's having too. It's not showing up in the app. I'll have to check that out later for you. Yeah. All right, we're almost done here, guys. Let me just recap what's happened here. What just happened? You texted your hello code to the Adventist World Radio Chat Bot. You said yes, you want to take Bible studies, and then you got connected to yourself on the app. So that's why you see your name on the app. You are now one of your own students. Cool, right? Now I want you to click on your name. So where it says Peter there, your name should be there. I want you to click on that and go inside the app. And I want you to type in the 2 letters HI, H-I, and send it. In other words, I want you to send a text to yourself. Just click on your first name, your chat, go in there and text the word hi. When you do that, you should see hi pop up on your phone texting app. In other words, you should receive a text from yourself that says hi. You're chatting with yourself over the app, using the app to your texting service. Okay, if you have received a text from yourself on your texting app, let me see your phones. Okay, good. Phones, excellent. Good, good. All right, you all received a hi from yourself, right? Now I want you to reply to that hi in your texting app. Reply to that hi, say hello. Okay? You got a hi from your digital missionary, yourself. Now text back the word hello. And after you do that, go back to the digital missionary app and see your texts back and forth to each other. You should see hi and hello in your digital missionary app under your chat for your name. So you share that hello code, and you share the chatbot phone number with all your friends and family on Facebook or whatever, and you say, hey, text this code to this number and see what happens. They will then get the option to ask a Bible question, or to ask you a Bible question, or to give you a prayer request, or to start Bible studies. They get that menu. Depending on what they choose, they will be allowed to enter that request. And then that request will come to you on the app, and you can then chat with them. That's exactly what we just did. It's that easy. Question? What's that? You have a very soft voice. I'm sorry. You didn't send you didn't get a text message?
No, we did everything.
Okay, let me see.
We sent everything. Just later they have
4506. Okay, where's your chat app? Okay, you sent. You sent hello 4506, and nothing happened. Is this your regular chat app? Is this what you normally use to connect with people? Maybe that phone number, maybe it doesn't understand the phone number. Well, it is +1 949 860 7007. Hello 4506. Just try typing hello and see what happens.
Put hello.
Hello, yes. And press send. Okay. It's giving you something now. There's your menu, but I don't know why it didn't give it to you. Now type that code in again, the hello 4506 again, and then try it out. Do the menu. Mm-hmm. Oh no, you need to do it from the other app. Yeah, text hello from your texting app. Yeah. Okay, you send hello, but it's on the right side? No. Oh, it just hasn't come through yet. Just go ahead and scroll that up and see if it refreshes. There it is. Okay, it came in. Good. No, you should see it. You should text it from your other app. Where's your texting app? Messages. Okay. So you sent hi and hello from there. Good. And then back to your digital missionary app. No, the digital missionary app. There it is. Oh, you never sent it. This was the one that they sent. This is the one that the digital missionary sent you, but you never replied back. So now I'm replying back, and now when I go to the digital missionary app, you'll see the reply back. See it? Yeah. So you're chatting back and forth with yourself now.
Some help. I need some my thing I'm still trying to get from the Play Store. I can't download anything from the Play Store. I restarted it. I did an
Okay.
update.
I'll have to help you later.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm sorry. That does happen. I know. All right. Well, let's finish this up so you can go home. What just happened? You sent your hello code to yourself. And you registered for lessons from yourself. And you got your first lesson. The chatbot sent it to you automatically. And then you sent yourself the word hi from the digital missionary app, and you got it on your texting app. And then in your texting app, you sent hello back. You were actually chatting with yourself over the two apps. So that's how easy it is to get a student and to start chatting with them. That's what it's all about. Okay? And the time is time to go. So I'll let you explore some of the other functionality. I'll let you explore the prayer list by yourself and the reminders and things by yourself. Just explore with it. And also, make sure you take the app, the course inside the app. On the profile page, at the bottom of the profile page, there's a built-in course you can take that teaches you how to use the app. So go ahead and do that. Also, you can find some more information, awr.org/CPE. We're going to have some more training videos here. And we're going to try to make it as easy as possible from there as well. All right. Well, let's stop there, and then I can help some of you with some of your questions and problems after we're done. All right? Are we all good? Any last-minute questions for the whole group? All right. Let's end with a word of prayer. Heavenly Father God, thank you so much for your presence here this afternoon. Thank you for this opportunity to reach out to people on their cell phones. Heavenly Father, please teach us how to do it, how to use it effectively and efficiently for your glory and honor. We pray for these things and we thank you in Jesus' name. Amen. All right.